I'll basically have full audio on this system. So that was the only thing that I overlooked on this install. But aside from that, look, as you guys can see, super responsive. And then what's it called, the OEM back. What's good, you guys? RNR Motorsports back at you guys with another one. Let me grab this up the box for you guys. But today we're going to be installing touchscreen head unit in the X5. The car has CIC, as you guys can see, and basically it's a plug-and-play head unit that replaces the factory one. It's better resolution, it's touchscreen, has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and you can also put like apps on it like YouTube and Netflix. So we're gonna show you pretty much how to install it today. It should be pretty simple. It's plug and play, and if you guys want to get them, they'll be available on my website. So yeah, let's get into it. It's like a little comparison of the difference. Sizes too, so you can't really confuse them. Oh, my boy got the gloves on. This nigga's a pro. It'll always be dirty, huh? Yeah, bro, hit up my boy for all your installs. He'll get you right. So you want to start with removing the AC, as you guys can see. And then the next step is to get this out, and it's 4 bolts, 2 on the top and 2 at the bottom. So to get the screen out, it's 2 bolts at the bottom, 1 there and 1 that my boy's working on right now. And then the screen should pull out, and there should be 2 connections on the back. So yeah, once you get the second bolt out, I'll pick up the camera and show you guys what it's like pulling it out. Alright guys, so we got the old screen out. That's what it looks like, completely empty. And that's the new screen, to show you guys the difference. Look how much better the new screen looks than the old one. And it's also not going to be recessed, it's going to stick out a little bit. And the reason why we left the glove box open is because the glove box is electric, so it wouldn't open unless you opened it first. And we're going to have to route the wires into the glove box, so that's why it's open. Shit looks crazy up. Looks like someone like stripped this shit.
Steal this shit.
Yeah, for real. So now what you guys are gonna want to do is take out the 4 screws. It's here, here, and then the same on that side. And then you're gonna want to plug this into your factory harness. And we'll show you guys how to do that now in a second.
On the original harness, take out the 2 pink green optical.
So pretty much what you guys are going to want to do is plug this new harness into the back, and then you're going to want to take the green fiber optical cable and plug it into this side of the harness. So once we get that done, I'll show you guys what it looks like finished. But for us, the fiber optic cable is like really wrapped up in the wire loom. So we're going to cut the tape that holds the wire loom together just to pull out the green wire a little bit more. Because as you guys can see, the harness is longer than the OEM one. So we have to modify it a little bit. So pretty much that's how it's going to look when you guys are done. The green thing is going to go into the new part of the harness. And then the other part of the harness is going to connect down there. Then yeah, pretty much we're going to... You have to, before you put everything back together, you're going to want to run the wires, or else you're not going to have enough space. So once you run the wires underneath and through, you're going to want to put this back in, and you can start putting everything back together. So now basically what we're doing is sticking the GPS thing under the dashboard. I don't want to have it on top of the dashboard because it looks ugly. So pretty much what you want to do is like feel around the bottom of your dashboard for an area that feels like foam, because some of the dash is metal. And then you're just going to want to stick it up there and then connect it to your wiring harness. And then you're going to do the same thing for this other one, just so you guys have a clean dash. So my bad, the wires don't go into the wire harness. So pretty much, like for example this, you put it under your dash, this cable goes right into the screen, right where my boy's pointing for you guys. So this GPS antenna and the other antenna goes directly into the screen, not the harness. And the blue one goes all the way on the left to the green connector. Alright, so for the longer one, for the Wi-Fi antenna, we just put it right up under there. You can get the light on it so you guys can see it a little bit better. But it's just tucked up right under there. So we have one on the left and one right underneath. And those will both be wired directly to your screen. So what we're doing now is taking out the back of the glove box. It just pops out with the trim removal tool. And then basically what we're going to do is run the USB cables from the head unit into the glove box. So once again, when you guys sit in the car, it looks and feels OEM. And then if you need to charge your phone, or instead of wireless CarPlay, if you want to do wired CarPlay, you just plug your USB cable into the USB port in the glove box. So as you guys can see, it comes out with just a couple clips, and then you have access to run it all the way to the back. Yeah, as you guys can see, it's kind of hard to run the wire through the glove box because you have to go all the way around the back. The lighting lets me pick it up, but yeah, you have to go all the way through the back there from here through this side. It's a little bit tricky, but we'll get it done. So now once you guys get everything wired through the dash, you're going to want to start plugging things back into the screen. So the purple one is going to go into the green harness on the right. And then you're going to have your USB goes into the back. And then what is this one? Your main harness is going to go into the screen. And then for, I don't know, whatever reason, you're going to have one open slot. So don't worry, one of the slots is going to be empty. And then, like I showed you guys before, both antennas go over here. So once we're done wiring that up, we'll show you guys how to mount the screen with the new bracket. So one thing that I missed, before you guys plug any of this shit in, you're going to want to put this plastic bracket onto the back of your screen, just so, what's it called? When everything is plugged in, all you have to do is bolt it up, because this has the holes. The screen doesn't really have anything. So, yeah, sorry about that if I fucked up your guys' install. But, actually, when I edit it, I'll put this part before, and then I'll put the plugging in shit after. Just so I don't show you guys plugging in shit twice. But, yeah. So yeah, this is what it's gonna look like once you guys get the plastic housing on. That's basically gonna allow you guys to mount it cleanly. So now we're gonna plug everything back in again, but you guys aren't gonna see that. You're just gonna see us plugging it in for the first time without the plastic cover. So yeah, let's finish up this install. All right, so now that everything's wired up again, we're gonna see if it turns on. Oh. Got a warning. So a slight little rough idle when the car starts. Slightly. Yeah. Okay, Android, first start, let's go. So I guess we did it right. Let's just see if it shows our OEM system. Android is starting.
Music works.
Yeah.
Still, so that means the fiber optic works.
Okay, so let's see if the touchscreen works. Oh yeah, it does work. Okay, cool. And then let's see if the OEM system works. So if you hold menu, it should take you back to the OEM. And yeah, it works. So pretty much why it's doing this is we're gonna have to go into the settings of the tablet and select that we have an 8.8 inch screen. Right now it thinks we have like the smaller screen, so that's why it's cut off a little bit. But that should be an easy fix. But as you guys can see, it still retains all your factory settings. And then if you hold menu, it should take you back to your Android. So yeah, we're gonna bolt everything back up, and then I'll go through the settings later with you guys. So the last thing you guys are gonna want to do is put on like all the brackets, because with the new housing, it doesn't mount to the original screw locations without them. So pretty much what this bracket does is connect to the plastic thing like this, because it connects closer now, and then you screw it in on the original hole, just so the screen is like in there and doesn't give you guys any rattles or play. So yeah, once you guys get the bracket on there, you just screw it back up and you guys should be good to go. Just gotta reinstall all the trims. I said we start with the bottom first and then put the HVAC last. Alright, so I figured out how to make it full screen for you guys. Look. Now when you hold menu, it looks like original. There's nothing cut out or stretched. So basically what you guys are going to want to do is go into the Android menu, click these 4 dots right there on the left, go to car info, factory head unit parameter settings, switch it to 1280 by 480, and then you're going to go back and go into your general settings, and then I have original rear camera and 360 camera, and then you're pretty much just gonna set everything you guys want. So I'm gonna switch that to miles per hour, return to main screen after 360 camera, 0 seconds, no delays. Honestly, I don't know what anything else means, so I'm not gonna fuck with it. And then I'm just gonna go back, and pretty much that's gonna set you guys up so when you click menu, all your OEM stuff comes back. And then I'll show you guys reverse when I'm done, but it also will sense like your doors open and stuff and give you different. Alright guys, so we got the Android head unit. Let me turn on the volume on this. But we got the Android head unit fully installed. As you guys can see, it's fully touchscreen. Has like apps, YouTube, Netflix, all that stuff. The only issue that I'm having is I have no audio from the head unit. Normally you're supposed to be able to put the car, like you're supposed to click menu and then it'll take you to your OEM settings, and basically you're supposed to put the car into what's it called, you're supposed to put the car into aux and it should pick it up automatically. But the issue I'm having is I thought it was the same install on my 6 series. So basically the issue I'm having is it doesn't have audio because in the harness it has an aux connection, and I didn't think it needed it because my 6 doesn't. But apparently with CIC you have to run a cable from the harness into your center console. I'm back on the OG GoPro. The main one just died. But basically why it doesn't have audio is because I thought I had to wire it up like my 6 series, where pretty much it's just plug and play. You don't need to mess with your harness, what's it called. But apparently for CIC you need to run a cable from the harness into your you need to run a cable from your harness into your center console, into the aux thingy. So that's the one thing that I overlooked. As you guys can see, the head unit has CarPlay. I just plugged my phone in. It has wireless CarPlay too, but I haven't set that up yet, so I have it plugged into the USBs in the glove box that you guys saw me install. The good thing about this is it's touchscreen and it's like super responsive. So like look, the maps pull up right away. Let's say I want to go back, go into Waze, okay, we're there. Let's say I want to go into Spotify, change the song, boom, we're there, it's loading. So it's super fast and super responsive. What's it called, I'm gonna buy an aux cable from Best Buy either later today if they're still open. If not, I'll swing by tomorrow and I'll pick up an aux cable for this car. And then I'll probably have to take apart, just the screen can stay, but I'll have to take off the HVAC controls and then get access to the harness again, which is pretty easy. It's just 4 screws and the thing pulls out. Plug in an aux, pop off this trim and plug it in, and then I'll basically have full audio on this system. So that was the only thing that I overlooked on this install. But aside from that, look, as you guys can see, super responsive. And then what's it called, the OEM backup camera works. Look, my parking sensors aren't working right now, I gotta look into that. But look, it has my rear view camera with like all the original lines and sensors. And then if I press it again, what's it called, it works with my factory 360 cameras. And honestly, one complaint I had about the X5 was the resolution of the backup camera. But honestly, the camera isn't bad, as you guys can see. It was the screen resolution that was bad. So a plus to upgrading the screen is you get a better backup camera resolution. Aside from that, that'll pretty much wrap up this install video. And then as I put the car back into park, CarPlay comes right back on immediately. But that'll wrap up this install video. I'll do a part 2 where I'll go through all the settings, features, how to set everything up, and I'll explain I'll put the part of me fixing the audio in that video. So that'll be R&R Motorsports. I'm out. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Shit came out sick as fuck. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.